Thanksgiving time is coming, and this year I thought it would be nice to do a vegetarian style dinner so as to avoid killing an animal. We can give thanks for them too. In this menu I have two ideas. One is a portabella mushroom steak with a port sauce, and the other is a classic sauce maltaise with asparagus. The idea of degustation plates, or very tiny little servings, started with Joël Robuchon at his atelier in Paris back at the turn of the century. The late Robuchon's idea has now spread to other chefs who do this on a lot of Michelin menus. So the idea of a vegan or vegetarian Thanksgiving is to have lots of small little dishes so you can taste everything. Sauce maltaise begins with a blood orange, and you want to squeeze that. Oh, what a pretty color that is too. Squeeze this juice here, and then we'll reduce that down by half. All right, that is reduced, and we want to just let that cool down for a second or two, and then put in 1 egg yolk and stir that furiously. Next goes cold chilled butter. And you just want to infuse that in. This is a slow process, it just has to keep going. And eventually you can turn up the heat if you need to put a little bit more in. Just until you can get it to melt and incorporate. The first step is to make a marinade for the portabella mushrooms, and this is a very simple mixture. Balsamic vinegar, olive oil, soy sauce, and a pinch of thyme, dried thyme, you don't want fresh. This now just gets brushed on. You can pour it on and just let it sit there. And then eventually you'll need to grill this either on an indoor grill, cast iron of that sort, or outside on charcoal. The port sauce begins with port, of course. This is a nice old one, and you want to be careful that you've got the proportions right. So it's 2/3 port to 1/3 aged sherry vinegar. This vinegar happens to be 50 years old. All right, so we're going to reduce that by half. The sauce has been reduced, and now I'm going to put some butter in it. And what you want to do is just let that gently melt. There's 2 big knobs of it in there. Swirl it until that incorporates, and the sauce will be done. I've molded some puree of potato. This was using the late Joël Robuchon's recipe, which is about half butter and half potato. Very, very rich, but this is a festive occasion. So next we'll put on our our portabella mushrooms. And you can decide how you want to do that. I also have a few pieces of avocado, and the sauce goes on, and I think I would just dribble it around a little bit. And finally we may decorate with a few geranium petals.